All right. Howdy, y'all. Yo, Garsman, now I'm here. So, we decided to have ourselves a bit of a three-way discussion, I guess. I don't know. I basically started it off by just saying, this is what West Point says is the probable possibility going on within the near future, with any near peer, because history shows. So, I decided to go ahead and just keep on trying to push that out there to make it so that people understand that this is why I look at it this way. It has nothing to do with my own personal beliefs. This has to do with the way that West Point looks at it. Now, I gotta say, I have seen these things happening, so I can't really argue with it. That's why I said that. That being said, I want to point out as to the points that both Cat Without the Hat and Joe Morgan Eat My Shorts channel pointed out here on the interwebs. And that is plain and simple. Uh, Nuclear weapons are not a first strike weapon. They have never been. And according to military doctrine, they still never will be, even against a near peer. It's just not going to happen because we'll fight proxy wars. We'll fight, the extras in it. We'll fight to the side of everything. We'll even fight against an invasion with conventional weapons up and until the point where nuclear weapons are used against us. And this has been showcased in Ukraine between Ukraine and Russia. But I would even go as far as to say that that's the same going for America versus China or any other person who is going to invade our country with ill intent. All right? That's why I wanted to say that. It's not ever going to be a first strike situation. Ever. Nuclear weapons are the absolute worst possible go-to for a first thing. More often than not, first strike would probably come from something just like a simple penetration campaign, like I was talking about on my other video with establishing beachhead clandestinely. Clandestinely first vacationing into place, and then establishing the beachhead, and then after you've established beachhead, starting to create penetration into the country that you're trying to invade. It's just basic military tactics. So when I decided to voice that and all that, everybody decided, well, no, he got some things wrong. So yes, I did not expound on what I was saying enough, and I understand that. Okay, I guess that I kind of made myself out to look like I don't know as much as I do, and y'all know that I know this much. It's not even a question in most people's minds who watch my channel. Uh, I'm not an idiot. So y'all just keep on, yes, we all have different opinions. We're all going to think about things differently, but I wanted to point out at you that this is not my opinion. Okay. This is historically what militaries around the world have adhered to as military doctrine. So I'm not even going on opinion on this. But if we're going to go on opinion, all right, here's my opinion. My opinion is that even though America is the most armed fucking country in the world, we are also the most blind to those trying to do us harm. Because, and I will point this out as something that has been happening recently in my own life, all right, we look at everybody as if they deserve to have the benefit of the doubt until they prove themselves to be evil. And I'm guilty as hell of that. While it is moral, it is virtuous. in a military aspect, it is fucking idiotic. All right. And I says that because it's a reality. I'm not asking, opinions. I'm not trying to tell you untruths. I'm sitting here just pointing out realities. Militarily speaking, thinking that, oh, well, nobody would ever invade us because we've got the biggest military in the world and we've got all of these extra nuclear weapons and we've got all these explosives and all these civilians happen to be the most fucking armed civilians on the planet. No. That's not what is going to deter them. You know what deters them every fucking time? We catch them in the fucking act. We catch them in the fucking act. That's what stops them. So stop believing in this shit of we don't fucking think they're going to invade us. They're never going to invade. No, we've been infiltrated. We've been invaded already. Many times. The reason why you don't hear about it is because it's classified so freaking high up there that I highly doubt that even the president knows about it. So, pardon my angst a little bit here, but the reality still states. All of that is bullshit. All of it. We have been invaded and infiltrated in the past 20 years. Forget about, World War II, the Cold War. No. Forget about all that bullshit. Because we were infiltrated during the Cold War. We were infiltrated during the World War II. We were infiltrated during World War I. And it all happened right under our noses. We were infiltrated. We were almost, to an extent, in some of those circumstances, invaded. So don't for a second think that it can't happen. It most certainly can. It just takes a whole fucking almighty amount of extra oomph behind it. Okay? Don't fool yourself. Nobody is a god. No man is an island, and no country is invulnerable. Even America. And we are some tough sons of bitches, I'll tell you. Be square with yourself. There is always a possibility. In fact, with the rhetoric going on right now, you should already look at it as it is happening. Not just a possibility or a probability. It is happening right now, all the time. Why else would they feel so bold as to be able to talk this kind of mess? Just saying, guys. Unless you have something up on your adversary in a fight, you don't talk. You sit there and you study. The same thing translates to war. You don't sit there and talk, you study. This is why I know what I know. This is why I come from the experience I come from and why I know what I'm saying, not just fucking sitting there talking about opinions. Yes, during the fucking Cold War, we had several instances where nuclear fissile material and nuclear fusile material went missing. Not all of it was recovered. During the Cold War, we were infiltrated from the inside. All right? I'm not sure if any of y'all have ever heard of that, but our own Central Intelligence Agency caught no less than 4 agents who sold classified documents of an extremely sensitive nature to the KGB. Caught. That's just the ones they caught. No less than. Come on, guys. Use your brains. We are a greater threat every single waking moment of our lives because of the fact that everybody's got a fucking nuclear dick or, the biggest gun on the block, and they want to shoot it off to prove it. So, don't fool yourself. This is reality we're talking. There are already Chinese special forces on American soil. Guarantee you that right now. Chinese special forces on American soil manipulating people here in America to do things on their behalf, such as sabotage, such as infiltration of higher organizations, such as destruction of the police from the inside. And they're not the ones doing it. These special forces are not the ones doing it. They're the ones that are putting the little whispers in the ears of the ones who are doing it. The little dimes and nickels in the pockets are the ones that are doing it. Don't fool yourself. We are only as strong as our brains. The military teaches this. The military teaches this. This is your first fucking thing, your absolute first bit of training as you go into basic training. This is literally the lecture that you get. Your brain is your weapon. Everything else are your tools of the trade. Use your weapon first. And this is what I keep coming back to. Guys, we got to use our brains about this. We are Minutemen. This is what we do. We defend our homes. We defend, by defending our homes, we, by proxy, defend our country here in the continental United States. This is how it was designed to be, so that we would be a deterrent to infiltration and invasion. The armed population. Armed, not armed. Okay? The armed population. Your brain is your weapon. A gun is a tool that you utilize in order to impose the will of your brain. Same with a nuke. Same with a missile. Same with a rocket. Same with a mine. It's all the same. It's just tools. The strategy that you employ is the weapon. They are using strategy that you guys aren't even thinking about because you're fighting yesteryear's war instead of fighting tomorrow's war. This is important. Tomorrow's war is here today. And that is what I'm trying to get to you guys. Okay? That's the point that I'm trying to make. Tomorrow's war is here today. Stop fighting yesterday's war. Because that's how you lose. This is what they teach you in the military. This is what they teach you in the militia, for heck's sake. If you actually join a militia group, they teach you these valuable little bits. You are the last bastion of defense against invasion. Okay? You don't get to shoot back until they are already the fuck on top of you. When we defeat them, that's when they use nukes because they have no other recourse. Until then, it's just a Cold War with little spats. And that's how that works. So, in conclusion, don't fool yourself. Prep now, prep hard. Get your mind right with God or whatever it is you believe in. and be ready to embrace the violence that is inherent within you. This is Yo Guardsman Motherfuckers. I am out.